Hi, my lovely little heathens and heathen friendlies. Yes, I know it has been a minute. I owe you an apology for disappearing over the last few weeks. I haven't abandoned ramblings through Vanaheim. I promise. I have quite a few shorts sitting in the wings that need recording and polishing. I've actually been working on two rather large projects while simultaneously trying to find full-time work. And somewhere in all of that, I apparently ran out of hours, energy, and the ability to clone myself. Before I discuss those projects, though, I want to address something that came up during my absence. I genuinely enjoy differences of opinion. It gives us something to discuss. I don't expect everyone who wanders into my little corner of the internet to agree with me. Please, by all means, disagree with me. Tell me where you see things differently. Have a conversation. Bring sources. Bring your own UPG. That's how we learn from each other. That is how we are building modern mythology for ourselves, our spirits, and for future generations. What I will not tolerate is bullying, harassment, gaslighting, or threats. I don't care who you think you are. I promise you, you aren't. You don't have to agree with me. How boring would it be if all we ever did was agree? The bards, shopes, and skalds of the past adjusted and flat out changed stories, depending on audience, political climate, and need. That is the beauty in a living mythology. It can handle differences. Without those little nudges, it would stagnate and eventually die out. You don't have to like what I create. It's okay, I'm not everybody's cup of tea, just like they aren't mine. But if you decide that disagreement gives you permission to threaten or abuse me or anyone else in my community, you will be reported and blocked. And that's not censorship. That's a boundary. I expect my boundaries to be respected, no exceptions. This will be your only warning. Now that we have dealt with the unpleasantries, how about a sneak peek at what I've been working on? The first project is the podcast. I've been writing and creating a series entitled When the Fires Were Lit. It's a story that sits inside the gaps of the existing lore, fleshing out the details of what happened before and during the Aesir-Vanir War. I thought it would be a quick 1 to 2-parter, but instead it has turned out to be much more than I originally intended. I have posted 4 different episodes between 1 and 2 hours long on my YouTube channels for ramblings. Thus far, we've already walked through some of the Vanir side of the story, and now I'm working on stepping backward in time to see the Aesir before they became the people we recognize from the surviving myths. We're meeting them when they're young, brash, and too cocky for their own good. They're wandering, learning, making friends, making questionable choices, which, let's be honest, is probably the most historically accurate part, and slowly becoming the people who will eventually shape the 9 worlds in the mythology we all know and love. I'm filling in those enormous gaps the surviving sources leave behind, using the existing mythology as the foundation, and then adding my own UPG to build the lives, relationships, mistakes, grief, and choices that aren't in the written texts, but might have existed between those fragments. As with all my takes on mythology, and the stories I blend together with individual interpretations, it is one possibility rather than truth. It's for entertainment. It's to encourage you as the listener to think outside the box, and to offer an opportunity to step outside our comfort zones to see more than what was left behind by Snorri. As you can all tell, this series has become so much bigger than I originally planned. and I'm having an absolute blast writing it, even as my brain and spirit are exhausted from trying to get it all down and have it sound right. If this particular rabbit hole pulls you towards the edge, come find me over on YouTube. The long form episodes are there, and we're just getting started with the Aesir. Now, while I've been disappearing into that particular forest, I've also been working on my 2 Norse mythology coloring books. I finished the Vanir volume and the Aesir volume, both designed as mythology-inspired coloring books for older children, teens, and adults who want something a little more substantial than the usual cute and simple coloring page. They're available now on Amazon and Lulu, and I've been ridiculously excited to finally get them into the world. They are called The Living Worlds of Norse Mythology by me, A.G. Vanadottir. I tried to create images that blended old and new, added some tidbits about the beings highlighted, and had a heck of a lot of fun learning the necessary prompts to generate what I see in the personalities of the gods and goddesses for so many familiar names. I hope you take a look and find something that brings you joy as well. Before I disappear again, there's one other thing I want to say. Thank you for being patient while I've been off creating things. I'm still here. I'm still rambling. I've just been rambling in several directions at once. And apparently I wasn't done yet. See you soon.